Hello everyone, it is time for another Fire Emblem Cipher card unboxing video. It's been a while, and after last time I posted a poll on my channel of which of the boxes that I have you wanted me to open first. And this poll was a little while ago, but the results were overwhelmingly in favor of opening this one first, Life and Death Beyond Destiny. Now, this box is, as you can tell here, it's Awakening and Fire Emblem 4 Generation 2. But the Awakening side of it has another very popular what-if card, like Berserk Ike from Raging Deluge. This card is Undead Risen King Chrom from the Bad Future timeline. Now, I'm not going to guarantee I'll get this card. In fact, since I was so lucky with Berserk Ike in the other one, I probably won't get this card. But, well, you know, there's always a possibility. And yeah, there are some other pretty cool super rare cards here. I actually haven't looked at the full card list for this set in a while, so I'm going to be pretty blind on a lot of the cards in this one. But as always, I love the way these Cipher boxes open up, actually. Like the way that they basically unfold into a card dispenser for a shop. And okay, that's a very cool marker card. You get one of these in every box, but that's a really nice marker card. It's supposed to be like designating who your like lord is for the card game. And there's also usually a promo card in there as well, which is often like a teaser for the next set. So this is Series 8, so this would be a teaser for Series 9. I'll put this there, I guess, so you can see it. And, okay, so yeah, the teaser cards use stock art of the character, but they have the same text as a card from a later set. And this one, yeah, shows that Series 9 was going to be an Echo, I think the first Echo set in the card game. I believe Series 9 was also introduced like Laguz from the Tellius games as well, and had a set that had a lot of Skrymir focus, so that's unfortunate. I think it's called The Raging Earth. It's a set that I don't think I'll be able to get my hands on, unfortunately. I really can't find it online. I kind of wonder if I should maybe actually just shift the box over to there. Oh, by the way, I'm recording this on a new phone, so I don't know if this will look the same, different, better, worse. I guess we'll see. This will be sort of an experiment. But okay, first pack. Will I open a super rare in my first pack like I have some tendency to do? Also, yeah, this is the kind of advertisement card that you get. My camera seems to automatically adjust when things are close, which is cool. But yeah, it's an advertisement for the next set. Wow, 2017. Yeah, this is kind of old now. But yes, that's advertising that the next set will be Echoes, and also here's a list of all of the cards from the current set. But I'm not going to look at that until the end, because I don't want to spoil which cards there are. So we have Virion taking the hand of a maiden in distress. That's quite. There's a lot of really funny art from the card game. I guess I'll make an Awakening pile there. That's Corpier, I think it is now. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that, but yeah, that's I was going to say Claude's son. Actually Sylvia's son, but he looks so much like Claude that pairing is just so canon that you can almost feel the canon impacting your face. And here is the Vake, with somebody in the background there. I'm not really sure who that's supposed to be, but yeah, there's the Vake from Awakening. Altena, that's cool. Yeah, she is always a pretty cool character, so that's just like a common of Altena. And that is, I keep forgetting this character. That's Rana. Yeah, from I don't know if she's Lana. I'm not really brushed up on the official localized names of FE4's second gen, other than there's an unpromoted Aversa, which is kind of a cool concept, and that is still a normal or a common. But yeah, other than the ones in other than the fact that Ulster became Skahar, which is interesting, and now he's actually in Heroes. I believe that, that's promoted Sully, so we're into the high normals, or uncommons now. And then that is, that's Ares, we know him, and I think there may actually be a super rare. I think they just always put a super rare at the top of the pack, at the top packs in these boxes. Promoted Vake, and okay, so this is actually, you might think this is female Robin, but no, it actually is Grima. This is Oh no, it's not even a super rare. It's just a rare. Okay. But yeah, but the thing that I love about Cipher, if it's been a while since you saw one of my last unboxing videos, is that all of the rare cards are holographic all over the card, and you get one guaranteed rare or better in every pack, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this is Grima possessing female Robin, and I believe she has an ability here. I think Grima's Army, or something like that. Like, basically, I think this card has an ability that buffs Risen that are in play, and you'll probably be seeing some Risen a little later on. Risen are kind of a feature of this set, and I don't know if this is the first set they appeared in. They probably appeared in other sets, but Risen have a gimmick, which I'll get to when we, well, yeah, get to them. Here is that male or female Morgan? Yeah, it's male Morgan. But yeah, it can be hard to tell sometimes. But yeah, that's male Morgan. That is, it's Luchaba, the on-foot axe brother, the one that a lot of people don't recruit because, you know, horse emblem. But at the same time, I always preferred him to his horse brother, just because, like, I just thought he was a more sympathetic character somewhat, and also that he was, I don't know, I just liked him being a castle guard. He was sort of a bulky warrior. This is the other brother right afterwards. Yeah, this is the guy I was referring to that I don't like as much. Because it's just, you already had, like, Lex as a mounted Axe Knight in Gen 1. There's Noir. There's a very crazy Gangrel. Like, Gangrel in the process of killing someone. But, yeah, you already had Lex in Gen 1. So I always liked the fact that, it's just a regular normal, that you got like a different class in having a different class like out of my axe picks. And then this is, that's Yuzu, one of the Cipher original characters, and we're into high normals now. And here's Julia, who's on the box, and there's Emerin, and I believe is that a super rare? I think it is. Yeah, it is. It's an SR. So Frederick, was not expecting my first super rare of this pack box, I mean, to be Frederick. Is he still just that's Paladin Frederick, not Great Knight Frederick, so you have to reclass him for that. But yeah, I'll go ahead and sleeve that. That's a pretty decently cool card. Sleeved in my Oceania International Championship sleeves that I got actually back in 2017, so the same year from this. We have interesting looking Muriel there. That, I believe that is Arthur? Oh no, that's Ced, okay. That's Ced. That is like the cardinal sin of me as a Lewin and Erenius shipper over a Lewin and Tail2 shipper. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of Force Eddie Arthur. But I don't like just having people on a horse just for the sake of them being on a horse, even though that's what most people like with this. This guy is, Favel, sorry, Fabled now, I guess. But, yeah, helping orphans in, Kono. In my head I have most of the, also here's a card that we can't see and doesn't exist. But in my head, I just remember most of the fan translation names rather than the official localized names. That would be Randall, I think, so that's pretty cool. Randall being just a regular normal card. And, that's actually a pretty cool Hannibal. Is this sorta Ippei? Yeah, I think I recognize those kanji. I'm pretty sure this is, Ippei. And his art, like, honestly, I think his art's underrated. This is a pretty cool-looking Hannibal. Of course, recruiting him was an absolute royal pain. Yeah, that's a high normal, so it goes there. I do not like recruiting him. It kind of sucks. That's not listed using a spear, is it? Oh, it is, because that class there, I recognize the kanji for flower. That's Bride Lissa. Doesn't really look like the bride outfit from Awakening, but yeah, she is using a spear, so that is Bride Lissa. And I think that's another Ced. Yep, that's another Ced. Unfortunately, I don't think he has a super rare in this set. And hey, here's this is another super rare. I was just wondering about that because I was like, hang on a minute, the Patty in this set was a super rare, wasn't she? But yeah, this is Patty. That's kind of a cool sort of circular pattern, almost like gold coins. But yeah, Patty of all people gets a super rare in this set. I don't know if she was ever really the most popular. Like, I don't think she was very popular outside Japan, really, but maybe in Japan she's pretty well liked. I did think her whole dynamic with Shannon was kind of funny. Well, at least that's one Awakening and one Genealogy super rare card. But the fact that I got 2 of my super rares that early doesn't bode well for the rest of this box, because there's 4 guaranteed super rares per box. And I think this is one of the sets that still had Rare Plus cards, and the Rare Plus card may also be a... Wow, how did I mistake Ced for Arthur? Of course, Arthur has long white hair, not short green hair. Yeah, you can tell it's been kind of a while since I played FE4. Oh, speaking of short green hair, there's Na in her default hair color. That is, yeah, it's Fee, not Femina, but Fee. Because they look pretty similar, actually, Fee and Femina, but one's a substitute and one isn't. And then that's Masked Marth, just as a regular Lord class. And is that Lasse? Yeah, it is Lasse, or like Lakch in Japanese, which I think it's probably supposed to be Irish, like Skahar, who's named after a female person from mythology. And that's unpromoted Emmerin as a cleric, although it doesn't seem like it implies that it's like a younger version of her or anything. I think that's, yeah, that's Lana, or Rana, as a, yeah, High Priest. It's called High Priest in FE4, and then Bishop is an enemy-only class for some reason. And then that is Noir promoted as a sniper. I feel like I usually make her a bow knight, though I can't be sure. And then that is another... Yeah, that's another Lasse. Only a 1-cost Lasse, though. And, yep, there is just a regular rare, but that is... Oh, right, this is the disturbing card. I do remember seeing this card a while back, but that's Laylee with Bramsel in the background. My focus is going a little bit weird. But yeah, if you've played FE4, you'll know why this card is disturbing. But yeah, I think I do remember seeing that one a while back. Okay, next ones, we have Teen, I think. I love that lightning in the background there. But yeah, she's kind of a tragic character overall, and like, you basically just kill her, I think, like, uncle. It's Ishtar's brother. I always felt sorry for him, because he was just like a generic boss that nobody really cared about. I think that's Rickan. That's a very unique art style in Rickan, and it kind of looks like, oh, that poster in the background is implying that he's making a potion to make himself taller, I just noticed. But yeah, though, that definitely is Rickan. That's another one of those kind of funny cards. And then there is Ares, and that is Tea Time. I always called her Maribel, but it's funny. There's a character called Maribel in Trails who looks incredibly similar to Maribel from Awakening, and Maribel from Awakening is in Japanese called Maribel, I think. Yes, she is. I just looked at the katakana. And hey, here's, I feel like adult Tiki just doesn't really get enough love. She, yeah, I don't think she's as popular in Japan as she is in the West, because in Japan they got a lot more games with young Tiki, so she's more iconic. And there is the guy formerly known as Ulster, but who is now Skahar, because reasons. I'm not really sure, like, some people think that sudden name change, because he was called Ulster internally, like, in Heroes for a long time, so people think maybe that means an FE4 remake is in the works. That is Shade as a Falcon Knight. Not used to her wearing white, but honestly, I like it, yeah. She's a Staff Falcon, oh, Staff and Sword, because yeah, Falcon Knights use staffs in FE4 and in Awakening, so that's actually kind of cool. And here, you know, you know who this Chrom is. This Chrom is on the box. Yeah, a lot of the cost 1 versions of certain characters, which makes them easy to use in the game, are uncommon cards rather than common ones. And yep, the rare card here is there's a lot of really nice rares in this set, I think, because this is older Tiki from Awakening. That's pretty cool. I still like how she's in Smash Brothers, but I wish there was like an assist trophy toggle though, because I really wanted to do like an all Fire Emblem match where only Fire Emblem assist trophies could appear, so like Tiki, but unfortunately no, can't do that. Okay, here's a Vake that we already had. or the Vake, I should say. Here's an Altena that we already had. Oh, it's the same as the first pack in the set. Here is Arkelum that we already had. Teen. Female Robin with kind of a, I don't know if I call that a weird expression, but like, honestly, like, this kind of looks like it's Henry's face with female Robin's hair, if that makes any sense. I don't know. Pretty sure, yeah, that is female Robin, yeah. And then we already had that one. And here's the Salif or Seliph from the front. I think it's pronounced Seliph, but yeah, from the box of this set. And I think, yeah, that is a high normal, and then Yuzu, which we already had, and a Julia, or should I say Yuria, that we already had, because I remember when everyone, like back in the old FE4 patches, everyone called them Yuria and Urius. They didn't realize that in Japanese that's that's how you write Julia and Julius. And here is General Kellum. I don't know if there are any Cipher cards of Assassin Kellum, because I always liked the concept of Assassin Kellum, and I think he's surprisingly good at it too, because if I remember right, like, he has a very high base strength and defense growth, irrespective of what class he's in, and he still has pretty decent, like, speed growths too, so, yeah, from what I've heard, like, from what I can tell, Assassin Kellum's actually pretty good. Okay, here's an unpromoted Patty to go with the promoted Patty. Here is, Tharja. Kind of weird that we're not getting her until this late into the set. Or box, I mean. And that, I believe, yeah, that's Shannon. That's pretty cool art of Shannon. And another, Shirsh feeding her wyvern a lot of things. There we go, that's focused a little bit better. Is that Nana's substitute? Yeah, it is. It's Jan, or how, whatever her localized name is now. But yeah, that's Nana's substitute, who I think actually has kind of more of a backstory than most substitute characters. She's like the child of one of Eldigan's Cross Knights from Gen 1. That is Oife, the guy who named an archetype that he isn't technically part of, really. At least in my opinion. Just a normal, though, not a high normal. That I'm pretty sure is a high normal. Here is promoted and even crazier Gangrel. And have we seen this one before? I don't think we have. Yeah, that's another Skahar. And that is, promoted teen Mage Fighter. Yeah, I don't really know how many people really use her all that much, because if you go for Force Eddie Arthur, she doesn't get Pursuit, so... Yeah, and she's an on-foot class, and I remember her being pretty decent in my work when I paired Tail 2 with Azel, which I always do because I just like it from a story standpoint. And it kind of gives both of their children a good balance of abilities. I'm not really hugely a fan of those FE4 pairings that, like, sacrifice one child for the other. But speaking of sacrifices, here is Julius, or Urius. I love how evil this card looks. It's just so cool. Another Virion. Altena. Muriel we had before. That's new. That looks like Micaiah, but it's actually Julia. Yeah, that's a very weird art of Julia. Like, in my opinion, that looks more like Micaiah, like a slightly depressed Micaiah. Or even, like, I thought it was female Robin at first until I saw the yellow banner. Oh no, that's Lester, yeah. He's another one of those kids who can sometimes get, because if you pair Azel with Edain, or again, whatever her localized name is, then you make a very good Lana, but Lester gets hugely sacrificed. And I think that is, it's called Question Mark, which means I think you can have this card and Morgan on the field at the same time. Or can you? He might actually have a skill that, okay, you can promote male Morgan to this card, right? But I don't think it has a rule saying that his name counts as male Morgan, so you technically could have a male Morgan and Question Mark on the field at the same time. I think that's, that's another Lester. Okay. With kind of some weird scarf on. I feel like character-wise, he didn't really do a whole lot in FE4. And Jerome. And, oh hey, here's another card that's on the box art. Owain. Sadly, this is not... Okay, so I do have a box of Series 14, and Series 14 has a really amazing Owain card in it. It's a rare plus, but it's got a quote that is actually from one of his support conversations that is so long, the quote takes up the entire card. So I would love to get that as my rare plus from that box if possible. Okay, so Sumia, and Sed, and non-existent guy, Ares, not Mariabelle, Gangrel murdering someone. Oh, that one's new, Noe. Is she falling off a building or something? It looks like she's falling off a building, but I guess she's about to turn into a dragon and fly, so, yeah, and that's a high normal. Yeah, there's Arthur. Is that, Arthur is a Mage Knight. That's a class that he's not supposed to have, and if he even had the choice of having that class, I don't think anyone would make him that class in FE4. Yeah. If FE4 had branch promotions, and it's like, oh, you have a choice between a mounted and a non-mounted class in FE4, I wonder what people would pick, but that's actually a pretty cool promoted Muriel. And then, oh, that's, speaking of Mage Knights, I'm pretty sure that's Mage Knight Tharja with a... Are there any magic swords in Awakening? I'm not sure if there are, actually. But yeah, that is definitely Mage Knight. Oh, what am I thinking? Due to Smash, of course there are magic swords in Awakening 11 sword. But there is, No, I think it was only the substitute who's called the Hitman of Konos. Oh, I remember this card. Yeah, this is an Emma who is a, yes, a Wyvern Rider with money. The Vake, the Corpier Corpal. That's new. Is that Oife? No, Tristan. That's another substitute. There are a few substitutes in this set that kind of snuck into it. That shield looks more like something you'd see on the Mercenary class in Fates, though. Okay, that is a high normal, though. Oh, speaking of which, yeah, here's Henry as a Dark Knight. I don't think Henry ever got a super rare card in Cipher, which kind of shows how he's less popular in Japan. And another Jan. Are you serious? Are you serious? I actually do get Undead Risen King Chrom. Are you kidding me? I've got pretty good luck with getting the cards I want in Cipher. I hope the focus isn't like constantly shifting too much and disorienting you. But yes, this is the Undead Monarch of Despair, Risen King Chrom. And given like that the bad future is where Lucina comes from, this is canon to Awakening in at least one timeline. Yeah, it would be interesting to see this in Heroes as well. It would be kind of interesting to see Matthew Mercer doing his Bez Zombie voice. But this quote here, I believe he's saying Unmei Niwa. Yeah, it's. I think like it's been translated as like fates cannot be resisted, but come on, you have to translate that quote as nothing can change. But this card has a lot of. I think this card has synergy with some of the Risen as well. I don't even know because. If there are Risen in this set, they probably should be common cards, and I don't think I've got any of them yet, but it does have synergy with the Grima and Risen cards, I'm pretty sure. I forget exactly what it does, but also it has 0 support value because Undead Nightmare Chrom cares not for your pathetic friendship. Who illustrated this, by the way? He also has like the same crown as Gangrel, which is interesting. The illustrator is just somebody called Setsu. But, yeah, I am very surprised, but happily surprised I actually got that one. Okay, there are 6 packs remaining, and there's 1 super rare left, and I think there's also, like, a plus card that I don't have yet, which could be a super rare plus, but I think it's a rate of, like, 1 in 4 booster boxes to get a super rare plus, so in all of my openings, I've only got 1. And that was a signed version of Hana from Fates. That was from Series... oh, yeah, there was a box I opened of Series 20 that I did not show on camera because it was the unluckiest box I ever got. I pulled out of the 4 guaranteed super rare, out of the 4 guaranteed super rares, I pulled. Oh, actually, hey, here is a Risen. But yeah, out of the 4 guaranteed super rares, I pulled 3 duplicate super rares. But anyway, yeah, so Risen, the gimmick of Risen is that they have a deployment cost of 0, but they also have 0 attack power, so they won't do much, but you can, and there's also a rule that means that you can have as many Risen as you want in your deck, and you're allowed to have as many Risen, because normally you can't have 2 different cards that have the same name on the field at once, but that's obviously not true of Risen. Sacred Stone's monsters also work that way. Unfortunately, Disciples of Order don't. You can have multiple Disciples of Order on the field, but you can only have 4 Disciples of Order in your deck, which is a pain because I wanted to do the ultimate showdown of Ashura plus Disciples of Order versus Grima and the Risen. That would have been really fun. Then anyway, yeah, the idea is you kind of flood the field with Risen, and then you also use Robin and I think Undead Chrom to buff them. Okay, so this is the plus card that I got of this set, which are variants of other ones, and this is Fable or Fable. I think he's saying, "Do you want to die here?" But yeah, it's a variant of a different rare card in the set, so they usually look pretty cool. But I guess I'll sleeve that one too. Yeah, I think I'll open the rest in that stack. This means that I am probably not getting a super rare plus in this box. So that is kind of unfortunate, but oh well. I did get Risen King Chrom, and for that I'm definitely happy. Another Fee, Marthena, totally not Micaiah, Sully, Hannibal, Chrom, and a rare. I almost called her Maribel again. It is insane. If I do end up doing the Trails Crossbell games on this channel, you are gonna see why I make that mistake. Because yeah, Maribel looks almost kind of like a few years older Maribel from Awakening. Like, and I think even personality-wise, they're kind of similar too. Anyway, you. Wrong pile. Pile's getting kind of messy right now. Hen Robin. Evil Urius. Oh, here's another Risen. Yeah, there are different variants, but I think functionally they're all the same. Oh, they do actually have different like weapon types. This one is considered an axe user. This is also pretty cool art as well. I think Risen are just called corpse soldiers in Japanese, but it probably sounds cooler in kanji. I don't think I had that one before. That's a 1-cost Shannon. So that goes there. Muriel. Don't get that one before too. That's Corporal. Oh yeah, for 4 city Corporal is also kind of weird. And okay, so this right here, this and I think if you look at these, yes, their stats are identical. So this is the card that the rare plus I got is a variant of. So like as you can see, they're the same cards statistically, but it's slightly different artwork and a fancier border and gold text on the rare plus variant. I'm going for I'm trying to complete every set that I own, which isn't too hard since most of these sets you're guaranteed to get like all the commons and uncommons in one booster box, so it's just the rares you have to get later. And most of these sets only have like 100 cards, but I am not counting rare pluses and super rare pluses. Well, mostly because some of the super rare plus cards, mainly of popular waifus, cost like hundreds of dollars. So, yeah. And, I forget which one that is, Lucha or Luchaba. I think it's Luchaba. Is there even like a promoted Aversa in this set? It might actually be a super rare, I just realized. And then if I say that and end up getting said super rare, that would be really funny. But 1 cost, yep, that is a high normal. Oh, didn't have this one before. Yeah, the Roman numerals on the Sage outfit in Awakening is kind of, I don't know whether I really like them. I think I like the way Lisa looks as a Sage, but I'm not sure about most of the other characters. And I feel like I usually make Ricken a Mage Knight just because he has kind of alright strength for a mage, so I don't really see Sage Ricken very much. And there is Ares as a as a rare card. He got a little bit more focus in the Raging Deluge set because that one was focused more on Eldegon. So there's 2 packs left, and one of them has to have a super rare in it. Will it be the last one, or will it be the second last one? You'll find out. I'm about to summon it. So, we didn't have that one before. That's Jerome. Still can't believe I mistook this guy for Sid. They look completely different. Also, he has an unused portrait in Thracia, for some reason. A lot of the substitute characters have unused portraits in Thracia, and it really makes me think that maybe Thracia was supposed to have like all of the substitutes join. That would have been really cool, actually, like, to give the substitutes a little bit more development and focus. Wayfei, Ced again. I think that's a high normal. And Bride Lissa. Got a sneak preview of something there. Like Shade looks like a bride here, even though she's a Falcon Knight. That is just a rare, which means we know that the last one is going to be a super rare. So will it be an FE4 super rare or an Awakening super rare? But yeah, that's promoted Fee. I remember a lot of people like using the Berserk sword on her because it was funny. I think she gets that regardless of who her parents are. Like, it's just like an item she ends up getting. But so you can like fly to distant enemies and then just berserk one of them and canter away and then watch as they all just destroy themselves, which is pretty fun. So yeah, this one has to have a super rare in it. Otherwise this box is bugged. You, Patty. I don't even think there's a female Morgan in this set. There seems to only be male. Jan, Emerin, Vivek, the Corporal, the Stahl, and what is our last card that we know is going to be a super rare going to be? Oh, that is cool. That's Julia using Naga. And hey, that means we do have an even split of Awakening and, I don't know if that's by design, but like of Awakening and FE4 super rares. That is very cool, Julia using the Book of Naga as a Sage. As this is, honestly, and it has like a circular pattern, which you might be able to see there. Honestly, I think I like this one better than, oh no, Risen King Chrom's still pretty cool. But like, this is a good, I didn't know about the super rare. This is a pretty good one. So I'm definitely happy to get that one. Again, she looks kind of like Micaiah or Female Robin. Not quite, but sort of. And yeah, so that's that. And with that, this box is over. And so here are, let me just get these sorted, my super rares in order of appearance. And also here's the rare plus of Ichival guy, Yufel. I've already talked about like the history of that term Ichival in Japanese media, which is really interesting since a few other JRPGs used it, and I think all of them stole it from FE4, because I don't think it was ever called that before then. But yeah, so we have Great Knight Frederick. No, actually wrong, Paladin Frederick. Patty. I'm glad I got this one, because again, Patty's a pretty unconventional character to have a super rare, and and she's pretty cool. I think she deserves some more attention. Yeah, we just saw that one. And of course, the highlights, the big highlight, of course, is Risen King Chrom. So, yeah, 80 attack power. I'm going to need to look up the rules for this one, because I'm sure they're probably pretty interesting. And yeah, that looks kind of messy, but I'll organize these later. Also, at the bottom of the box, we have half FE4's map and half of Awakening's map. So, with that, I will see you all for the next Cipher box opening. And until then, Big Clingy's fingers and hands out.